ready?
Really creepy, huh?
You ready for this video?
No, I'm scared.
Why?
Because?
It's gonna get dark out.
Yeah. Like I'm actually like scared of spirits. Look, a black cat, that's not a good sign. Like honestly.
Oh nah, a black cat? You're crazy. That's not a good sign at all.
Imagine it's following us. Hey guys.
So I know we haven't been posting lately. We've just been busy and there's just a lot of personal stuff we don't want to share, but we're glad that we're back. And I know this is not going to be a crazy video, but we want to at least try to fit in with this October month, with a scary theme, with Halloween theme. So for tonight's video, what we're going to do is give you guys scary stories.
Right here. Stop.
Alright.
Alright, so
Oh my god, it's getting blurry. That means there's a spirit. Know that?
wait, imagine it's like getting the spirit like.
So we chose this environment because we thought that it would fit the setting of scary story time. I don't know. We have 3 of them. We're gonna each share one story, and then in the end she's gonna share her paranormal encounter. So stay tuned, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Okay, so I'm gonna be reading off my phone for the first story, and then Isaac's gonna do the same thing for the second story.
Alright, so what's the story, Pamela?
Okay, so the name is Playing Hide and Seek with Allie. I still have fresh memories of this when I was very young. When I was about 3 or 4, I remember having a friend named Allie. Allie lived with me, and I would play hide and seek with her in the backyard. Allie was a year older than me. Allie loved my mom, but she wouldn't stay long enough to meet her. My mom didn't believe I had a friend named Allie. I kept telling her, and my mom first got very white-faced and told me, "Stop, Allie isn't real." Well, one night Allie told me she had to leave, so she did. Never heard from her again. Fast forward when I was 16, and my mom finally told me that before I was born, I had a sister named Allie, and she had passed away due to complications that I don't remember what the problem was, but something about her lungs. Probably a coincidence since the divorce was going on during the time, and I wanted a friend, but I still remember everything about Allie, and I refused to believe it was all pretend. Before she was born, she had another baby named Allie, who passed away a year before this girl was born because of a problem that the baby had with her lungs. So technically she was playing with her older sister without knowing her, and that creeped me out. I used to have an imaginary friend, and I would be like, oh yeah, like her name is whatever.
So she was playing with her dead sister?
With a spirit that
Oh.
only the little girls like could see.
That's creepy.
You know how little girls, they see,
Yeah,
how little kids,
yeah,
they see spirits and stuff.
I think it's a fact that kids and dogs also can see spirits easily more than adults.
Yeah.
So that's creepy, man. And it's creepy because imagine if I had a son and he told me that, and I wouldn't believe him.
I would believe him.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You never know.
And I would pray for him. No, because she even knew the name, Allie.
That's creepy.
Yeah, and nobody said anything to this girl about her last, the other Allie. Whatever. You can read your story now.
So yeah, this is gonna be my story. So the title is "Tell the Little Girl to Get Out of My Room." Alright. So the person giving this story, she's a nurse at an old nursing home. And I just want you guys to know that. So she says, "I worked the night shift as an RN of a very big old nursing home. And it's important to note that this home and the religious organization that ran it are currently part of the Royal Inquiry into the institutional response to the abused children, whatever that means. So the nurses that used to worked there for over 30 years, so they know everything that happens in the nursing home, of course. And so this nurse that tells the story, her job or her responsibility is to give the background of the nursing home, to the newcomers that come in. From what I understand from this small section is that the children that died in this nursing home basically were buried in the rose garden. And so this nursing home is built over that rose garden, and that's why this whole place is haunted. And yeah, so according to her, she says they have elderly, close to death patients that wake totally lucid in the dead of night and ask us, please tell that little girl to get out of my room, or please tell that little boy to get out of the corner, he's looking at me. And she says, I was terrified and it made my blood run cold. I usually get a friend to work with me the rest of the night because of how scary it is. So yeah, I mean, of course, you wouldn't want to work there alone because, you know, you just encounter so many things like paranormal activity. And yeah, so like seeing children in the corner, that's just really creepy. So and she says that I was not the only person that encountered this. So I mean, I don't know where this thing is located. I don't even know where the nursing home is located. I don't even know if it still exists, but if it does, it's just like, wow. How could you work there? I wouldn't work there unless I get really paid, like get paid really good. I don't know, but
yeah, that sounds creepy. So you know how older people are like, you know, sometimes they have this special place for the ones who are close to death. So they're in one side of this building. They're all together. So they're the ones who are just like in bed, you know, laying down, just waiting for the, you know, for the day, whatever. And so they say that at night they see little children in the corners of the room. And it's creepy, like they're waiting, you know, to death. And then they see this kid like just staring at them or just like playing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that's crazy.
That's
actually
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's actually really bad.
So I had an experience kind of like close to that. Should I talk about that or should we leave?
She actually encountered a lot of paranormal activity. You encountered it over there in El Salvador, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't here. You know, where she lives now, but it was back over there where she used to live when she was younger.
One of the stories that it actually relates to the old people and what they're going through, what they were going through, whatever. So basically, this one night, I was with Natalie, you know, my sister. We sleep together, whatever. But we had separate beds. So there was my bed and her bed. My bed was located next to the window of my room. And so I was just like laying down, whatever. And then I see across the room, it was, I don't know, like maybe 10 p.m. because I was young. So like, ew. I was like, what, 9 years old? So like my mom, she would tell me, okay, go to bed, you know, around like 9. So like at 10, I was still in bed, like talking with Natalie. But this night, Natalie had fallen asleep, so I was just awake. And I remember hearing like, you know, footsteps around my room. And I was like, what is that? But like, I didn't pay attention too much until I sat down. And then I see in the corner of my room, and there's this little girl literally standing right there in the corner. And I saw it, and I couldn't say anything. Like, I wanted to scream and like ask for help because I knew that my mom was awake, but I couldn't. Like, there was no way I could open my mouth or like even say something. So then I only closed my eyes, and in my head I started praying, and then that's how it went away. But what I'm saying, this wasn't the only one time, you know, like I had another time.
She had like two
Maybe
other
3.
encounters, maybe
Yeah.
3. Tell the one with the doll. I like that one. Should I
She
share?
had okay, fine, yeah.
So she said back in El Salvador, where she used to live when she was younger, she had a very close friend, and you know, she knows her room and everything, right? I assume you know her room because you used to go there and play with her when she had a bunch of toys there. So this little girl, or Pamela's friend, she had a bunch of dolls. So you know, as a kid, you have a lot of dolls and stuff like that. Now these are not no like normal dolls. Like, you know, nowadays the normal dolls are basically like freaking like LOL dolls or like bubble guppies. You know, like those kids' toys nowadays. They seem so normal, right? They're normal. They're not so scary. It wasn't even that old, but back in the day, the dolls were creepier. You know, like when you get older, you realize how creepy it is. Anyways, she had a bunch of dolls lined up on shelves in her room, right? And there was one afternoon where she wanted to play with the dolls, right? So there was this one doll that she tried to pick up and it wouldn't move. She tried to lift it up and it was super heavy. Like it felt like it was like stuck to the shelf. Like you couldn't pick it up.
Yeah.
So really what it was is that this doll was, I guess, possessed. There was some kind of entity inside that doll, some kind of demon, right? And she didn't know that. She freaked out. She couldn't lift the doll up, so she told her mom about it, and her mom walked in and she saw that this doll wouldn't move at all. She found it creepy, so she had to call like a pastor or a preacher. I don't know.
Yeah, pastor.
Pastor, right? And this pastor had to literally do a freaking exorcism to the doll. Like, what the heck? And literally in her own room where she sleeps, they did this exorcism or whatever they did. They blessed the doll. I don't know what they did, but they were doing this and the whole room shook while this was happening. When they prayed for the doll, they tried to burn it. I've seen some cases where some of these items, whenever there's like something haunted, these items don't burn ever. And it's either they burn or they just come back to you. It's so weird, but in this case it burned, so the prayer worked. Thank God, because if not, then I don't know what would have happened to them. So those were the stories actually. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed them. I hope they weren't too scary.
I hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you next week, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Actually, yeah, we're gonna post every Saturday this month because I know we've been slacking. Like I said earlier though, personal stuff we didn't post. So I hope you guys still stay tuned. And for those who are new, thank you for joining us. And yeah, we out.
Bye.
Bye.